welcome to yet another episode of S&P at Paul. What? I'm sorry, I'm Song, I'm the S in the S&P, and Paul is the P in the S&P, but Paul, you're wearing a tie.
Yeah, this is a little bit like when I was a kid and on Easter, my parents would put me in like plaid pants and like a button-down shirt. And we would go to like the Philadelphia Art Museum. And, I realize now that was, I was being exposed to terrific culture. But at the time, I just didn't want to wear like plaid pants and a button-down shirt on Easter, right? Like I just wanted to eat jelly beans. So, now every once in a while, there are occasions in my career with NAI where I wear a tie. And it's not often, but one of the things that I do is that I represent the staff as deputy director on on the meetings that NAI's board of directors has. And so we had a board of directors at the time of this recording. It is just hours after our board of directors meeting ended. And so I still have the tie on. It's the residual effect of having had a board meeting and not having gone home yet.
I was able to join some of that board meeting as well. And since our friend Millward Simpson is not here to do what is Millward excited about and give an update, why don't we just do it? And then I swear, Paul, you need to go home and change.
I think that's true. I don't disagree with that like at all. So we had a great agenda song. We had a terrific board meeting and everyone participated. We have some great new board members. You can check them out on our website. We always change 3 or 4 board members every year, so we get great turnover and fresh insights. And so on this board meeting, I'll tell you the main thing that we're like super excited about, like because Millward would normally do what is Millward excited about, and I'll tell you the thing that I think is the most exciting that we have going on right now is this Young Professionals Council that is young leaders who are helping to shape NAI and interpretation, and to get people as young as high school students involved in the field of interpretation to show what a great profession this is, and the possibilities that exist for people who want to get involved in it, and all of the amazing things that interpreters do to showcase that for young people who could see this as a career path. And so the Young Professionals Council is great. Our friend Erin Gates, who we have worked with closely on InterpTech in the past and many other things.
Interpretive Unicorn.
She has
Erin
been
Gates.
Interpretive Unicorn. Erin Gates has just been doing yeoman's work on this. It's been it's been really great to watch that, and she has rallied some young people doing amazing work. So stay tuned out there in NAI world for more from our Young Professionals Council, because they're going to be doing great things.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of sort of like regular business that we do at these board meetings where we're approving minutes from previous meetings, and we're getting reports from the treasurer and the finance committee and all that. And so a lot of it is things that you would do at every meeting. So I'm trying to highlight the things that were specific to this meeting. We have an interesting new proposal to realign the board of directors to actually have different folks appointed to different positions or elected to different positions, with an eye to increasing the diversity that's represented on the board itself. We want to make sure that we're representing all of the perspectives that we can represent on here in every possible way. And so there are conversations about how to do that, and the members should keep an eye out for some proposals that will be coming their way for them to vote on. So that was definitely a very cool thing that we talked about, and folks should look out for that.
People don't
and then
don't forget to vote. PSA, don't forget to vote. Keep your eyes peeled for those opportunities, because you do have a voice as a member.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that'll happen probably in this fall, when we'll be electing some new board members. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. And then the 2 other things that we have going on here with NAI that are going to affect the folks who are involved with us are the learning management system that we're implementing for our certification program, which will provide the opportunity for people to do a lot of things that used to be done, analog, now can be done digitally. They can be done online. We'll have, basically the certification process will happen in the cloud, as it were. And so, we don't have a specific timeline on that one just yet, but it is something that we're working on, and we have started down the road of implementing a learning management system. So by all means, keep your eyes peeled for that. And then along the same lines, we have plans in the very near future to implement a membership module that integrates with IMIS. That is basically, it's called Higher Logic, and it basically integrates with our database such that we can provide a lot of resources to members, and members can get on there and set up their own profiles and interact with one another, a la social media. So these are things that are going on. There's a lot to talk about. We had a meeting also where we basically did some updates on how our strategic plan is going. We've got a strategic plan that we're about halfway through. It's from 2021 to 2023. And we updated our progress on that. And there's a lot of great people doing great volunteer work on behalf of this great organization. So it's an honor for me to be able to update the members on that. Less of an honor to be made to wear a tie. Nobody's making me wear a tie, I guess, but I'm still going to complain about it. I get up in the morning and I choose to wear a tie, and then I frown about it.
Right.
And then my cat Yodel and I make the same face at each other. We just do this. Although that's her expression all the time.
Okay, well, while you're frowning about wearing a tie, speaking of amazing volunteers, the reason I'm wearing, this and this.
Yeah.
Is because right now it's supposed to be baseball season.
We're supposed to be in the middle of spring training right now. So, yeah.
I know. So lame. And I'm just wearing this in hopes to channel some, good vibes out there for baseball. But in lieu of that, it is regional workshop season.
Regional workshop season. Take us out to the regional workshop.
Yes, exactly. So we've got a few elected leaders from various regions to talk quickly about what's happening with the regional workshop. So first of all, we've got Yvonne Johnson with Region 2, which is the Chesapeake region. So let's bring her on in. Welcome, Yvonne. We are so glad to have you here to talk about regional workshops, because it is regional workshop season. 'Tis the season. And you are with Region 2. I love your background right there. The Chesapeake region. Why don't you give us a little bit about yourself and about your region?
Well, thank you, Song. It's a great chatting with you again. I am Yvonne Johnson. I am the director of NAI Chesapeake Region number 2. We are a pretty diverse region. We include District of Columbia, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. So, we're not as spread out as some of the regions, but we're pretty densely populated. And we also have to deal with all kinds of traffic problems. So there's pros and cons to having an in-person workshop as opposed to a virtual workshop. We were hoping to do in-person this year, 2022, but with the Omicron boom, that kind of went bust. So we switched at the last minute and did another virtual. And we're very excited with how it's going. It is ongoing right now. We've just completed the first day. We had 12 presenters come forward. We did have one drop out at the last minute, but we still had great options for all our attendees. We're very excited. We had 126 attendees. And one of the nice things about doing virtual as opposed to in person is we had people attending from Alaska, from New Mexico, from much further afield than we would have if it had been in person. So there's pros and cons to every side, but it's such a great inspiration to kind of get away from the day-to-day and get inspired by other people and hear their stories and what they're doing, how they're overcoming challenges, how they're developing tools that you can take back to your work location, and you can apply the tools that they've used and developed successfully to help grow and develop your own interpretive programming. So it really is just wonderful. We had a great opening keynote. Jay Miller, the president of the NAI Board of Directors, gave us a great talk. Paul Caputo was there helping us out, explaining all the new wonderful things that are going on at NAI with the CIG and the CIT and the CIH, the new definition for interpretation. It's just such an exciting time to be involved with the organization. And we really appreciate how much you guys are doing to support us. I referred to the staff at Fort Collins as small but mighty. And I think that's pretty appropriate. You guys do an awful lot with really pretty minimal resources and do such a great job of taking care of us and supporting us.
Yep. Well, I am 5'8", and you should see what I can bench press. So I think I think you are spot on, Yvonne.
Yvonne, what was your theme for your virtual regional workshop?
So our theme, growing our future from the seeds of our past. You know, we've all been through a pretty major change and a pretty shock and awe to the system on how we usually do business. And I'm just so impressed and inspired by all the interpreters and how creative they've become, taking on learning new technologies. Hey, even I can set up a Zoom meeting now. I mean, that's a huge growth experience for me. Computers don't like me, but you know, the people we work with are just so generous and so giving with their time and so dedicated to what they're doing and excited about what they're sharing. Getting to get together with a group of interpreters, whether it's in person or virtual, it just reaffirms how exciting it is to be in our industry, you know, and it just keeps going. You know, we've got the national conference coming up in Cleveland. We're excited about coming to that. Region 2 is way ahead of the game, more ahead than we usually have. We're already negotiating with the Chincoteague Bay Field Station to hold our 2023 workshop there, which would be a multi-day in person. That was the sad workshop. That was the very first one to be canceled due to COVID back in March of 2020.
Right. And I'm not super familiar with that area. Where is that exactly?
So from where I am at Dulles Airport, head due east until you hit water.
Oh, okay.
So it's
awesome.
Wallops Island. It's right there by the Chesapeake Bay. There's a NASA site right there. We were going to get to go to see that site. We had such an amazing trip planned for 2020. We were thinking, well, you know, we already did most of the legwork and have the theme and have the logo. We have all the pieces done. Why don't we just try to revisit that space for 2023? So that would be a multi-day, staying overnight, getting to hang out, doing our evening music. And then we're also looking at a location in Delaware for our one day in 2024. So
Awesome.
you know, we're trying to kind of copy national and be a little more proactive and have our venues lined up more well in advance. I think it would really help the planning committee. So it was a great workshop today. We're looking forward to one more day tomorrow. Our keynote speaker tomorrow is the brand new executive director for the Fairfax County Park Authority.
Cool.
It's one of the largest park authorities in the country. And I think it's a 5-time gold medal winner from the National Recreation and Parks Administration Award.
That is exciting. I will tune in for that tomorrow for sure. Well, thank you so much, Yvonne. I'm so glad that Region 2 has got such amazing elected leaders. And we thank you so much for all your hard work.
Well, thank you.
I'd be remiss if I didn't say that Region 2 is home to my native Pennsylvania. So I have always felt like a special kinship with the Chesapeake region. So appreciate the great work that you're doing and all the great work that the regional leaders are doing on behalf of NAI and their members. And Yvonne made a great point today. By the time we post this will all be in the past here. But today, Yvonne made the great point that so much of NAI is the result of great volunteer leadership. And these region workshops are such an amazing example of the work that the regional leaders do to donate their time and their energy and their expertise to put on these events. So thanks for all you do, Yvonne, and congratulations on a great event.
Well, thank you. And thank you guys for fantastic support. Really appreciate it.
Well, all right. I have sent Paul back home to, appropriately represent with his attire the the whole baseball vibe that we are missing right now. So he's off getting changed out of that ridiculous tie. And I've got Anne-Marie Lessie from Region 1, which is the Northeast region here in the bullpen. And so I'm going to bring her up, and I cannot wait for Region 1's in-person workshops to come back, because obviously they're going to have to host the in-person during baseball season. So I can, two birds. All right, let's bring her on in. All right. Well, thank you so much, Anne Marie, for joining us from the Northeast region. Tell me a little bit about your regional workshop and what's happening.
So we have a great lineup this year. We did decide to go virtual again, just to keep all of our participants safe. Our theme this year is called Stronger Together. This idea that we have really come together through the pandemic, been supportive of each other, and we want to continue the innovation and sharing of ideas and resources and learning from each other's successes. So with that, we really wanted to have more of a workshop theme this year, which will engage participants in active learning and give them, inspire them to kind of go back to their own sites and maybe implement some of the tools and techniques that we'll be talking about.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have a featured or keynote presenter for your workshop?
We do. Thank you for asking that. We have a great keynote. Her name is Stephanie Gallart. She is from the Energy Advantage LLC, and she is a mindfulness coach who specializes in our own energies. So she's going to talk to us and give us some real strategies to tackle things like burnout and feeling overwhelmed, ourselves, our teams, and help kind of give us strategies so that we can continue to engage our audiences in meaningful ways as they are beginning to return to our sites.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think I might tune in for that. Wellness is so important, especially for our profession where there just has not been any stopping, right? It's just been nonstop. And then, pandemic throws a wrench in it. And then you have to like clone yourself and your teams to do the hybrid version of everything. So that is really cool. Actually, wellness is going to be a hot topic. I guess not really track, but a hot topic for national conference. So very exciting, very cool. What is the cost if I wanted to join in?
Great. So it's a 2-day virtual workshop, March 22nd and 23rd. The cost for NAI members is $40 and $60 for non-members.
What are you most looking forward to the most as an outcome from your workshop?
I'm really looking forward to having a lot of active participation from our registrants. As mentioned, we're doing 90-minute workshops virtual that can have polling and breakout rooms and panels. So it's not your standard just kind of sitting and listening to a presentation. We really want to engage our audiences to be active and share their ideas and thoughts with us. So I think that format is something that we're all really excited to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, you're in luck because your audience is a bunch of interpreters and you all do tend to be pretty engaged. So, well, we're very excited to see how your turnout is. You've got a great lineup. And thank you so much, Anne Marie, for taking the time to share a little bit about what's happening in the Northeast region.
Absolutely. If anybody does have any questions, they can definitely send us an email at nairegion1@gmail.com. So any questions with that? And just a side note, we are going to be doing a raffle. So if you register by Friday, March 11th, we will select a lucky winner and the region will cover their cost to attend.
Oh, awesome. That is really great. So you heard the deadline. Everybody get in on that. Again, thank you, Anne Marie, for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Song.
Hey, Paul, it is so good to have you back and not in a tie, please. Wow, you're like all decked out. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm in my native habitat now, ensconced in minor league baseball gear. I've got the Portland Sea Dogs from Portland, Maine. I've got the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I've got the old Las Vegas 51s here. And my background is the Hit Bull Win Steak sign from the Durham Bulls. So, I've got all the levels of minor league baseball covered here.
All right. Well, like I'm saying, the lineup, in our lineup next, we've got AJ from the Four Corners region, which is, I guess, our region, right? I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah, and Paul, you're in Fort Collins,
right?
Colorado.
And AJ is just like down the street. So I think we should do this announcement though, like, you know, like now batting for S&P, AJ Klipnick, right-hander from Fort Collins, Colorado.
I'm a lefty, so
she's a southpaw. Do you know why? Do you know why they're called southpaws?
I feel like I knew once.
Because baseball stadiums are situated such that the sun is not setting over the center field fence while, you know, batters are trying to bat for evening games. So they're all situated facing facing east rather than west, so that when you are standing on the pitcher's mound, your left arm is on the south side. So you are a southpaw because of the way baseball stadiums are situated.
I learn something new every day.
Ta-da!
And so do I. And today, AJ, thanks for joining us. Learn me about your regional workshop. What's going on? 'Tis the season.
Yeah, so I didn't get the memo about wearing my baseball gear today, and I'm not in a stadium, but I am super excited about our regional workshop that's coming up in April. So it's going to be on April 13th and 14th through Zoom in the afternoon from 1 to about 5:30ish. And so over 2 days. And our theme for the workshop is, and it's a little bit of a mouthful, but it's future of the Four Corners, since we're the Four Corners region, building a strong foundation and connecting communities. So we've got a lot of stuff related to different Jedi topics and also towards engaging visitors. We've got awesome keynotes that are coming up that I can't wait. Even if I wasn't part of the region and wasn't part of the leadership team, I would definitely make sure I went to the workshop.
Well, that's the great thing, right, about these online regional workshops. I mean, the silver lining, and it's a significant silver lining, is you can attend all of them no matter where you are. And last year I got to attend a whole bunch, and this year I've already participated in the Chesapeake regions for a little bit that we were talking to Yvonne about earlier in this episode. And so, yeah, I would encourage every NAI member to attend the regional workshops, all of them.
AJ, what is your registration fee for your online workshop?
So for our online workshop, if you're an NAI member, it's going to be $30. And if you will have we have an upper tier. So if you're in a position where you can contribute not just your registration, but also towards helping people who may not financially be able to pay that fee, you'll be able to pay a little more. And if you are in a financial situation where $30 is a barrier for you, we'll have an option where you can pay less as well. And we also have scholarships available for that. So we want everyone to be able to come.
There's like box seats and nosebleeds.
There's like, hey, if you're in a position where you can help your colleagues with their professional development, do it. If you need help this year, we can support you. So because we've all had a rough couple of years. So
there's like a suite level with unlimited soft pretzels and soda.
Well, you don't get anything different other than the good feeling that you supported other people, which hey, who doesn't love that?
Right. So when you say pretzels and soda, you're getting the warm fuzzies.
It's BYO.
Yeah, it's BYO pretzels and soda. And also we will have an event, a social event at the end of the workshop, facilitated by one of our interpretive colleagues called Birding for Booze, where we will make cocktails and mocktails that are themed around birds you might see. So if you don't come for our awesome keynotes, come for that.
What's an example of a bird?
Right,
let's see.
I'm ready. AJ,
I surprisingly am drinking water from my Salt Lake Bees minor league baseball cup.
Hey, I got bees on mine too, but
hey,
not.
Bees.
Yeah,
bees.
yay bees.
That is so cool. AJ, what is one outcome that you're hoping to get out of participating in your online workshop?
Yeah, one thing that we're really hoping that anybody who attends gets out of it is just some new ideas about connecting with other interpreters and connecting with people in the communities that they serve. So we have an Indigenous speaker who's coming to talk about, Perry Charlie is going to come talk about native science and traditional ecological knowledge, and connecting that to kind of our traditional Western science views. We're going to have an accessibility Q&A panel, so talking about accessibility and inclusion in interpretation. And then we're also going to have Jackie Gilson is going to talk about engaging your audience in meaningful ways. So there's just going to be so many different ways. So there should be something, no matter what you're looking for, you should be able to get something out of it that will help you.
Very cool. Well, AJ, thank you so much for taking the time to promote your regional workshop. And I'm sure that we will see you there online, for really important training and fun.
Here's to the regional
Cheers.
workshops. All right.
Cheers. Hydration is important.
It is important.
Indeed.
Right. Thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Bye, neighbor.
Bye.
Well, Paul, that's our spring lineup for regional workshops is, we only spoke with three region directors, but we've got, how many regions? Do we have 10 regions? I don't even know. How many do we have?
There are 10 NAI regions. Not every one of them does a regional workshop. So if you go onto our website, though, at interpnet.com, and under the conferences tab, you can see the NAI region and sections conferences. And you can see we've got a handful of them listed there. So we've got still the Sierra Pacific region is coming up on March 12th. And then we've got the Northeast region that we were just talking to Anne Marie about that one. That's on March 22 and 23. The Northwest Regional Workshop is also happening March 23rd. And then we have the Heartland Regional, the virtual workshop that they're doing. These are all virtual workshops, but they are March 23 and 24. So they're all happening sort of clustered together there after the 12th. There's 3 of them all right around the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And NAI members can go to any or all of those. They don't have to get on a plane and jet set all over the country to go to all the regional workshops this year.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's spring is almost in the air, and I love kicking off spring with these regional workshops. One more thing to note, Interp Tech registration is now open. We are pretty stoked for that lineup. Just go to the conferences page and click on Interp Tech. It's fairly affordable. I think early bird is $79 and it ends on March 15th. So go check that out, register for that. And we are in the throes also of planning NAI 2022 in Cleveland. So lots of fun stuff happening at NAI. And I guess we better stop this so we can go do some work.
Yeah, we need to go do work, and I guess maybe I should put like some actual work clothes back on here. But maybe I'll just wear my minor league baseball stuff all day today. Maybe it's that kind of day.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, everybody. And this is S&P signing off for now, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.